Hi everyone, I'm going to be doing my first transformation video today. I'm going to be going from Lara Croft beauty to Lara Croft after she was messed up in the jungle, cuts all over her face. So this is Survivor Lara. Now if you guys don't know this, but I don't think I've ever showed this anyway, I am a huge geek when it comes to video games and DC and all that kind of stuff. And that's where I want to take a lot of this channel. So my first character who I fell in love with when it came to games is Lara Croft. So I thought I'd pay homage to that today. And I'm going to do the beauty side and then the that's a beauty cut up bloody kind of side. So I'm not going to lie, that's a part I'm looking forward to. So let's get into it.
So first of all, I'm just taking some MAC Face and Body foundation and I kind of went for a quite natural look for Lara for every day because she's not a beauty makeup kind of girl. You know, she's very intelligent, she's very book smart, very active and athletic, so I wanted to do a very natural look for her. But looking at her in the game and the movie, she does have a little bit on like mascara and stuff, so I wanted to make myself look as natural as possible for this character who I love. Like, I love Lara Croft. So I'm just using the Beauty Blender, well, the Beauty Bakery one, and just blending that all over the skin, doing a nice layer. I'm now using a MAC Studio Fix concealer. This is in the C25 shade. I'm popping that under my eyes just to do a little bit of concealer under the eyes just to brighten them up because I do have some dark circles. It looks quite mad at the moment, but once it's blended in, it's absolutely fine. I don't know if you guys would see this, but I don't use powder in this one because I want her to have that fresh, dewy skin look. I'm just taking a little bit of the rest of that concealer on the highlight points of the face just to sculpt the face because she has got an amazing face shape. I'm now taking MAC's Brown Work eye pot, and I'm popping that all over the lid, and I'm using that as eyeshadow. I'm not doing a smoky eye or anything like that. I'm literally taking the paint pot and groundwork, putting it all over the eye, taking the brush and blending it into the crease. For some reason I decided to tap it even though it's a cream product. And yeah, I'm just blending that out, really like making a natural kind of, not even smoky eye, just natural bit of brown on the lid in the crease. I'm taking the eye pencil in Coffee and I'm just popping a little bit of that on the outer part of my waterline and then the upper lash line, just to add a little bit more definition. And again, taking it on the upper lash line just to add a little bit more depth on the eye shape. Because Alicia, I can never pronounce her last name, Vandica, something like that. She's got kind of a tiny smokiness going to her eyes, so I just wanted to add that little sultriness because Lara Croft is sexy. And I went back in with that groundwork paint pot just to blend everything back out again. So really natural, just a little bit of depth on the eyes, and then decided to do my eyebrows, but I did that off camera. I did a quite natural looking brow. I just used a little bit of product. I'm now taking the Tarte mascara and just coating my lashes with mascara, I guess. I didn't do any falsies or tons and tons of mascara. I just did enough to give her some definition to the lashes. I'm going to use the word definition a lot again, aren't I? A little bit on the lower lash line. That's pretty much the eyes done. Taking Hoola bronzer, I'm just using that to sculpt out the cheekbones and add a little bit more colour to the skin. Tiny little bit of contouring because, like I said, she's got an amazing face shape and cheekbones, Lara Croft, so just decided to add a little bit of warmth to the skin as well because she is always outside working out. I'm now taking MAC's Warm Soul blush, a little bit of that on the cheeks just to add a little bit, again, more colour and liveliness to the skin. And then I'm taking the Violet Voss Pro Highlighting Trio and I'm taking the gold shade and a mix of the gold and the champagne shade, real light amount, just to add a little bit of glow to the skin, you know, kind of like a sweaty kind of glow, but still a glow to her skin. And this is a lot less than what I normally use, but I'm just taking that at the high points of the face just to sculpt out the cheekbones again. I'm now taking a lip liner. This is MAC Spice and I'm just lining the lips. This is kind of where I went a little bit Angelina Jolie with my Tomb Raider character, because I love how Angelina Jolie was as Tomb Raider, but I still kept it to very natural. So I'm just putting spice pretty much all over the lips, creating a matte look, and then it looks a bit dry, so I took a MAC I think it's like a lip balm stick. I can't remember what it's in. Taking a bit of the collection Prep and Prime spray, just prep to spray that all over the face. Tightening up my hair because, you know, Lara Croft doesn't do a lot of her hair. She's very like slick back, kind of, a little bit there, a bit messy, but that is natural Lara. Now, now we are going to go into Yamatai, Himiko's world in the the triangle. I can't remember what it's called. But this is right after the crash. Just, you know, survival Lara. So I'm taking some brown coloured paint, FSX paint. This is from the Makeup Revolution palette, and just donning it all over my face to represent all the dirt. Before this, I put a little bit of MAC lip conditioner on the high points of my face and a little bit all over to create like a sweat look to the skin, and it gives you a lot more dewiness. I'm now taking groundwork under the eyes just to add a little bit more, you know, distress to the skin, and I put a little bit here, there and everywhere to add some more dirt. You know, she's obviously, you know, just gone through a crash and everything, so we want to make her look as dirty as possible and messy as possible. I'm now taking some fake blood. I decided to use a FXX palette again. I'm just taking the dark shade of red on an angled brush. Just use any cheap angled brush you can because these do stain. And I'm just kind of mapping out where I want to put some of my cuts and scars with that. And then switched over to the brown on the other side of the brush because it's pointed. And again mapped out where I want some of the cuts and scars to be. I took inspiration from the game here. And for some reason it skipped it, but I put quite a bit of liquid latex on the scar areas just to add a bit more texture to them. And when they dry, I don't know if it's filmed, but when they dry, I kind of like tear them open a little bit. I think I do. I think that is filmed. But yeah, I'm just adding a bunch of liquid latex. This stuff stinks so bad. But I'm now taking that dark red shade on a spoolie, and I'm just kind of going everywhere with it because blood's messy. When you cut yourself, it's messy. So I'm kind of just creating that stain that you have. And obviously she fights a lot of guys, so there is going to be backsplash of blood. So I decided to put other people's blood on me. And it adds more to the distress on the face. Now that the liquid latex is dry, I'm just splitting it, so it adds a bit more like realisticness to the wounds. Now, I am no way a professional SFX artist. I just do what I've seen on YouTube and what I've tried out myself. So right now I'm just splitting up the liquid latex. I would love to use rigid collodion, but I don't have that in my kit. I have a tiny little kit. I'm hopefully soon going to be getting the Mayron SFX kit. But as you can see, I'm splitting the wounds open to add a bit more texture and definition so they look more real. Taking that really dark red, and I'm going in with that first to kind of make it look like the old congealed blood. That's still in there. Putting it all over the lip as well. The lip one is the main injury I kind of identified on her. And now I'm just doing the nose one. Those are the ones that you definitely see in the movie and in the game. And then these are the ones I added. In the centre of all the wounds, I've put the dark red because that is where you can have the most openness and festering kind of feeling to it. So I remember I put one up there, but I can't remember where, so I just added one. But yeah, I'm adding that dark red right in the centre of all the wounds and then kind of blending out a little bit. Now cleaning up that brush, I'm going in with the black shade and mixing it a little bit of that dark red just to add again a bit more depth, like scabbing and textureness to it, and shadowing. Shadowing and light placement is definitely really important when you do this kind of stuff. So I'm just putting some of that dark red and black together to, I don't know what happened there, and dark red together to create the more realistic effect to the scars and the open wounds. This is definitely one of my favourite characters to ever be for cosplays or anything. I think she is fantastic. I'm now just taking some of that brown shade and kind of adding like dirt into the wound because obviously she's not got any first aid kits or anything. She can't keep it clean, so dirt is definitely going to get into those wounds. And I wanted to make the lip really bruised because obviously if you cut anywhere near your lip, on the lip, it's going to bruise your lips. So I wanted to make that really like gross. Just taking more of that red, just doing little extra touch-ups here and there just to make sure, you know, we've got enough there possible before I add the fake blood. And I'm just messing up my hair a little bit, smudging it out. Taking some of the fake blood, I'm just popping that on the Jo Malone lid where all my liquid latex is. And with the other end of the spoolie, the plastic end, I'm applying that to my wounds. And again, I am a starter, guys. This might not look amazingly realistic to you, but for me, I'm actually proud of it. And yeah, I love how this is turning out, or turned out. I don't know how it turns out. And yeah, Lara Croft is definitely one of those favourites. So by adding the fake blood, it just adds a little bit more texture and realism. Just adding a little bit more darkness around the bottom lip, some of that dirt colour around the wounds, because again, she's out in the jungle, so you're not exactly going to be able to clean yourself up quite quickly unless you're doing like a clean liver, which I doubt she really cares about. Just adding some more redness to the wounds and some more of that black just to centre. For some reason, I had to do that off camera. I really focused on that lip one while, and then just add a little bit more to each one. And now for the hair, I just made it look like, you know, you've been pushed through everything. I have to put tons of setting spray on because this is kind of the sweat and the humidity and the, you know, she goes through all this. She has to go in the water a lot, she has to swim to all these low places, so I kind of did that and messed up the hair a lot because obviously when you're in the jungle and you're fighting for your life, you don't really care how your hair looks. Adding the last little bits of blood everywhere. Can't get enough of that blood. And yes, her eyebrows would definitely still look beautiful the way they are. And that is my Lara Croft Tomb Raider survival look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please leave a comment, and I hope to do more videos like this for you guys. Alright guys, I will see you very soon with another video. Goodbye.